to build our own systems. I know there's a little Washichu man in here, he's taking notes and he made it a point to confront me. And I want him to stand up and introduce himself so we all know him. Please put your cameras on him. Would you please stand and introduce yourself?
I assume you're talking about me. Hello.
His name is Mr. Kyle Krause. I want everyone to know him, know who he is. Could you please tell us who you are, where you are, who you represent?
My name is Kyle Krause. I'm an attorney from Rapid City, and I'm not here representing anyone in particular.
I want that on record because I don't know who he is. But he made a statement about the state only getting 11 million from the 4E and questioned us regarding how much money we would be getting or not be getting. So I didn't come here to debate him. I came here for my own people, but I told him that we're very honorable that we allowed him to sit in here amongst us. And if he wants to represent the state, he can be front and center and we'll take him on.
I feel a little need to defend myself now that I've been confronted directly. One, I find the rhetoric a little divisive, and I think that's hurting the cause here. But second, the statement regarding the 4E funding is entirely accurate. You've heard the $100 million amount tossed around a lot. The state actually gets about $11.5 or so million in Title 4E funds. I've got the state budgets here you can look at if you want. The Lakota People's Law Project and several others have been putting together numbers that have this $100 million amount. To get there, they included about 19 million of money that's not even close to for child protection. It goes to DSS for child support enforcement and daycare. They also are including about 48 million in Medicaid funds that just goes to pay for the general health care expenses of children who are in foster care. I know if you follow the politics in this state at all, you know that the governor really doesn't have any interest in expanding the number of people on the Medicaid rolls in South Dakota. We've been turning down millions of dollars in Medicaid expansion funds where the feds are going to be paying 90% of that. It would be 10% state match. We've been turning those down because the state doesn't want to pay those 10% matching funds. So be wary of where you're getting your information from. There's some groups here that are a bit more radical than others. I know
Okay, that's enough.
Some of this.
That's enough. This is our conference.
Sorry, you're not running this conference.
This is our conference.
Okay, let's go ahead and stop with this conversation generally. And I'm going to pull a 12 Martin here. I know in a few minutes we're going to hear from some young ladies who are doing foster care, and I'm not going to allow this to head in that direction. Mr. Krause has his numbers. Different people have their numbers. Everybody can, figure out a way to exchange that information and see what you believe to be the truth. But we are going to ask questions about what our panelists had to say and respect the things that they've told us here today. So if you have a question for the panelists, let's go ahead and have a question for our panelists.
The BIA.
I did not bring him here, if that is what you're asking. This has been a meeting that lots of different people have shown up, and I have not seen who has shown up, but I will tell you right now, I want questions for the panelists about their presentation. And I can't take 80 of them. So, I know you had your hand up right after Phyllis, and Phyllis, I'll let you finish if you have questions for the panelists and their work.
I just for, I really take exception because I was confronted by a non-Indian. And I came here to help build our people. And So I like your comment about, we all have to put a percentages of all of our budgets into child welfare, into rebuilding our nation and bringing them home. That's the theme of this conference. And so when we go to Washington and we're sitting before the Congress and asking for monies, 20 million for roads, 10 million for whatever, that we have the 4 top priorities on our budget, we have to make children the number one. That when we go to Congress next year, we all have to say in one voice, the top priority is 5 million, 10 million, 20 million for our children. We need to rebuild from within.
Thank you, Phyllis.